Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been an extremely long time. I think almost a year since I last uploaded a video, which is crazy to think about. I am so bad at committing to something, and I honestly kind of forgot I even had a YouTube channel, but I feel like with January and the new year, I always get really ambitious and just want to start a bunch of new things. And it's just, it's the new year. It's new year, new me. And so I was like, I feel like I should make a video. I don't know. I guess I don't really have to have a reason for why I'm here. But yeah, I made made some notes of some things. Um, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but I just have a lot of fun doing these, and I had a really kind of crazy past year, and I just want to get back into doing stuff that I enjoy. And I liked making these videos. I want to get off TikTok more. I have a big problem with just doom scrolling, which I know a lot of other people struggle with. I think it's really easy to do. But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and push myself to do things that take more focus. And so, yeah, I was gonna go over just some kind of my New Year's resolutions and what I've been into lately. I have a few New Year's resolutions that I am
A
trying
few
to
moments
hold
later.
myself to do, and one of them is listening to at least one new album every single week. I am a big record collector, and I have an issue where I like to buy records just because I like a song or two. And I have accumulated a pretty big collection. And I feel like there are some vinyls I don't know if I've ever listened to more than about one time. And I kind of just want to be more intentional with my purchases this year and also listen to more music. I love music and I have a very diverse music taste. I know people will be like, "Oh, I listen to everything." I am I truly do listen to almost everything. I love getting to know, new artists and stuff. And so I made it, yeah, my New Year's resolution to listen to at least one new album every week. And I have a little journal actually where I print out like a picture of the album and write the title and list my top three favorite songs of the album and just give like a little review to kind of keep track of what I'm listening to. And it's been really good. And so I also made I made some cards, and kind of they're little punch cards, but I made them myself. And it's like after I listen to five full new albums, I can buy myself a new vinyl. And so then it's more intentional when I purchase a vinyl because I know I like the entire album or almost the entire album. And I think it'll be a better process for me and less just wasteful. I think it's great if you're a vinyl collector and you want to collect a whole bunch of different things. I just have an issue where I will not always listen to like the vinyl all the way through when I get it, if that makes sense. Like, I know some people will buy a vinyl to listen to new music and listen to it all the way through. That's not what I have been doing. It was impulse buy. I was like, oh, I like some songs off that. Sure, I'll get it. And then I'll listen to it maybe one time. So yeah, whatever. That's my freaking vinyl rant. But with doing that, I've gotten to know some good new music. My top five artists at the moment are Charlie XCX, Blood Orange, Mapache, Wilco, and Feist. I actually I know Heated Revelry has been a really big thing lately, and I grew up listening to some Feist, but with she's kind of recirculating right now because a few of her songs were featured in the show, and so I've gotten pretty into her. I listened to one of her full albums. I'm blanking out on the name right now. And so I've been really into her. And I also discovered this smaller band, Mapache, and they are so good. They are so good. I listened to their album, Swinging Stars, all the way through, and one of my new favorite bands. Really great sound, really great sound. And yeah, my top favorite songs at the moment have been I'll Believe in Anything by Wolf Parade. I've also been listening to a lot of Wolf Parade. I discovered them from Heated Rivalry. Sorry. Like, I did. Reflecting Everything by Mapache. Mapache. I have to enunciate. Not Apache, but Mapache. It's on the album I was talking about. So good. Oh my gosh, so good. Touching Yourself by Japanese Breakfast. Fan freaking tastic song. So good. Chosen by Blood Orange. Fired My Heart by Escape from New York. I discovered this song off of TikTok because there was like, I don't know if it's like a popular dance trend now, but when I found it, it was kind of smaller, and it's just a choreographed thing, but the song is so good, and the choreography that goes along with it, that I don't even know the choreographer's name. Literally so fire. I was watching these videos over and over of this dance, and so I've been listening to that song a lot. California Stars by Billy Bragg and Wilco has also been another on repeat for me. So good, so good. I feel like I sound like I'm being sarcastic sometimes when I talk, but really, I've been super into Wilco lately, and that's a great song. My Moon, My Man by Feist on repeat. That song was in Heated Rivalry. I'm annoyed. My friends are sick of me, I'm sure. I'm always like, Heated Rivalry this. I sound like a freaking gooner. Sorry. But my mom used to play that when I was younger, and I love the song. So freaking good. Her voice is beautiful. I've also been listening to One Evening a lot by Feist. That song is great. Sex Tourist by French Kicks. Fire as well. I'm basically going this list of my top favorite songs like fire, fire, fire. But I mean, really, they're all good. I have great music taste. I'm biased, obviously, but you know. Also, Love Takes Miles by Cameron Winter. So good. I'm a fucking idiot, okay? And I had been listening to a bit more Cameron Winter lately, and someone told me that he was the lead singer of Geese, and I literally I had no fucking clue. I was like, "What? Really?" I saw Geese a few years ago at Lollapalooza. They weren't as big, but there's this influencer, Sid Tripp, that I follow, and she's super into them, and we have a very similar music taste in a lot of ways. So I was like, oh, she likes them. Let me go check them out. And they were pretty good, but I never really got super into them. Of course, I know who they are because they've gotten a lot bigger, um, and stuff as well, too, but I just never knew the correlation there. But if I'm going to be honest, I've been feeling kind of lost lately. I'm going into my freshman year of college in the fall, and I've had a lot on my mind just with changes, I guess, and I know that's normal. I've just been feeling very anxious, and I've been someone who's always really struggled with change on kind of, I don't want to say a dramatic level because I think that diminishes my feelings, um which are valid, but I've never done well with it. I've never done well with it, which is odd because I've always had so much change in my life. And I've never really had a lot of consistency when it came to my household or, things like that. So change was always around me, and I know it is around a lot of people. It's not an unusual thing, obviously, but I there wasn't the most stability in my house all the time. And so you'd think for that, someone who was dealing with all sorts of stuff would kind of be used to change by now. But I'm just not. And so I tend to get in my head about it, and it makes me really anxious when I think about changes, little, big, whatever. And I know I'm not alone on that, but sometimes I think I let it consume me. But, you know, it's been really kind of getting at me lately because I'm going to a college not far from my hometown, and there's all these people from my elementary school, from my middle school, from my high school that are going there. And it's kind of making me feel a little bit weird because I know for a lot of people, college is a fresh start. People will go to college in different states and they want kind of a redo. You can change and be a different person, not completely. You don't have to completely be a different person, but change enough to where you can set goals for who you want to be. Is this making sense? I just fucking rant. I don't know. But all of these people I know who I've known for over a decade are going to this school with me, and it kind of just makes me, I've been kind of dreading it. Okay. This was not my first pick of a college. It just was the best financial choice, and I don't hate the school or anything. I do like it. But if I had gotten what I really wanted, I would have gone somewhere out of state for sure. So it's just weird because I always saw college as something where like I could be more ambitious, I could be more outgoing, I could work to be the person that I have always wanted to be. Why wait till college? I don't know, but it's just I always saw it as a fresh start. And now all these people I've known forever are going to this college with me, and I'm not going to see them every day or anything like that, but it just I feel like I'm stuck. And I feel like I'm stunted from, I don't know. And I don't know why I'm letting this get to me because I can still change for the better. It's just a little bit weird because, I mean, 6 months ago, I had no plans of going to this college. None. I was like, I'm going out of state. I know what I want to do. And then the time came for me to apply to colleges and figure out my major, and I'm like, oh my God, do I want any of this at all? Like, seriously. And I'm still kind of in that headspace where I'm like, all of these things I wanted for so long are all coming crashing down on me. And all these people I've known forever are going to school with me, and I feel like I can't be the version of myself I want to be because I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this place. I'm stuck in this state. I'm stuck in the school with people who already have a narrative of me. And they probably aren't like, I'm not consuming their every thought or things, but they already have a pre established narrative of who they think I am. And that's just a kind of a weird feeling. It just kind of is. I feel like I'm rambling and I don't know if I'm making much sense, but that's just, I'm trying to get out what's been in my head lately. And it's just all kind of weird, and I'm feeling anxious about moving away, and I'm not going to be far from my home, but it's a big change, and I'm still leaving what I've always known. And I thought I would love that when the time came. I really did. I was like, oh, I'm so glad to finally get out, of this house. And I love my family, but they can just be a lot. They really can. And, I was like, oh, I'm so excited to get out of this house. And the time came, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, this is so scary. And with all this college stuff and all these anxieties that are kind of running through my mind, I'm also thinking about how I just have this reoccurring anxiety that I am mentally stunted behind my peers that I'm going into college with. I follow this page on Instagram, and it's like, you submit some photos of yourself and some information about you, and if you're looking for a roommate and blah blah blah, this and that. And it's for upcoming freshmen to find friends, to find roommates, whatever. And I'm scrolling on this page a few days ago, and I see all of these girls, and most of them look a certain way, all tan, all blonde, all look very, very mature. And I'm sitting here thinking, am I behind? Do I look super young? Like, I just, I've never dated, okay? I've never dated. A lot of these girls are posting with their boyfriends, posting pictures of them at parties, and that's all fine and good, but I've never really gone to a party, like an actual party. I mean, I've been to like one, I think. And I've never dated, and it's just I'm seeing all these girls and I can't help but just compare a little bit, thinking, am I behind? Am I going to go into college? Ooh, sorry. Am I going to go into college and see all these people and feel out of place? And again, I know I'm not alone in these anxieties because I see people online talking about it, and it's a little bit reassuring, but it doesn't make the anxieties go away in my head. And it's just, I know it's something I have to do and have to get over, but it is something that's been bothering me a lot. Okay, it is. And I feel like over the past few years, I've become increasingly more and more socially anxious, and I feel very awkward. I don't know if I appear awkward to other people, but I feel awkward inside. And I feel weird and I feel out of place a lot of the time. And I've talked to my friends and most of them are like, "Oh, you don't come off that way." And that's really reassuring to know, but I have some internal insecurities that won't go away. And with all this change in college coming up, I feel like they've become more prominent. And again, I don't really like super crowded, loud spaces. Never been a party person. And so I'm like, how am I supposed to meet people in college, you know? Um, and so I guess I'm just going to have to force myself to step out of my comfort zone. But I also don't want to be inauthentic to who I am and my comfortability levels, you know? But I don't know. There's just all this stuff that has just been playing over and over and over in my head. And I'm kind of trying to work through that and figure out some things about myself um, before I step into this new stage of life. As nervous as I am about going to college, a part of me is so looking forward to not being in high school anymore because I've had more friendships come and go, I think, in the past 2 years than I had in my entire life. And I know that's normal for a lot of people in high school, but it's been such an odd thing because a lot of these friendships I didn't necessarily get closure on. And I know you don't always get closure, but it just kind of fucking sucks, to be quite honest. And I feel very resentful to some of these people because I feel like if there would have been better communication on my part as well, I could improve on my communication skills a lot better. It's something I'm very non confrontational, and it's something that I really struggle with. But I think if both parties have communicated more, and this goes for multiple of these friendships, I'm not just thinking about one person specifically, things may have been different, but I know sometimes that's just not how life plays out. And it's just been weird because a lot of these people I don't hate. I'm just feel hurt and confused by how things ended. And I miss them sometimes, but I am excited to kind of leave this chapter of my life behind when I go off to college. Because it's just been a few years filled with so much dramatic change. So much, oh my gosh, so much dramatic change that it's going to be kind of nice to just close this chapter of my life and enter a new space, a new pool of people. And so that's another reason why, with so many people from high school going to this college, kind of is stressing me out because I'm like, no one I've been like super immediately close with from my school is going. But well, a few people are, but I like those people. Um, but that's just another thing. I'm not able to fully again escape this high school pool because there are so many people I know going, which is great. But I'm hoping that everything will be okay. There's a lot of things I want to work on about myself before I go into college because I just overall want to be a more confident person and solid in who I am and my beliefs and know what I want a little bit more. And obviously, I'm not going to know what I want as a freshman in college at 18. Like, that's just not how things work out. Like, I don't know everything. I don't know what I want. Things change, so drastically from everyone I've talked to who's older than me, my cousins, my aunts, friends I have that are older than me, my mom. The amount you change from like 18 to 20 is so drastic. Is so drastic. And so I know I'm not gonna, my feelings, my thoughts, my opinions are all gonna change about what I want and who I want to be. But for right now, I want to become more confident and I want to stop caring about what other people think of me so much. And something that just needs to be left in high school because I know if I continue to let what people in school think about me and what people online think about me and what old friends think about me, if I let that consume me more, I'm going to be miserable and I'm going to be self-conscious and I'm tired of letting outside opinions hold me back from being me. Sorry. Force of habit. But I mean, that long rant basically summed up everything I've just been feeling and what's been weighing on me. And if you made it to the end of this, thanks for listening to me rant once again for like 20 something minutes. That's crazy. I'm quite the talker, obviously. But I'm hoping to be more consistent about posting. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to make, or something like that, if anyone's actually watching this. Thanks.